I was gonna put effort into this, but I think I have to hold these videos up to the same standard as the team, so I am not doing much effort in it. So, hello, I wasn't able to do it yesterday because, well, I was fuming and I just don't care. So there's that. So here we are. It is the end of the season. Not just the regular season, but also the Big Ten tournament because we missed it, and also NCAA tournament hopes because we missed that as well. Literally win. Now, literally, if there was one different call that was made against Ohio State, we would have won that game. Like, seriously, that was the most blatant reading I've ever seen. Jesus fucking Christ. But, and then we just straight up lost to Iowa. Ayahuasca. We lost to Ayahuasca. The team that their fans were celebrating that they could fire Fran after the season. Not, nope, not today, Satan. You're gonna keep him in a five-way tie for 7 and 13. Five-way tie. With Nebraska having the better record, we are last. We are allowing two 15 and 16 teams, two under 500 teams into the Big Ten, while us at 17 and 14 are missing it completely because of fucking tiebreaker rules. This is why losing to those gosh darn bad teams was a terrible idea to begin with. Like, losing to Penn State is already bad enough. The team that is below us in standings, barely behind us. Losing to Minnesota, losing to Ohio State, losing to that again. Like, at least, I don't know why we played Ohio State twice this year, but we did. At least beat them once, but good God, man. It just, literally winning one of those games would have put us in like 10th. Like, yeah, we wouldn't probably have gotten the first round bye, but we'd have at least gotten a better spot. Also, if you might not be able to tell, I am sick, so if I start coughing after this video, I'm going to fucking lose it. So, what are we at now? Well, obviously the propaganda wing is telling us that, oh, they might get into the NIT. Oh, there's this new like postseason tournament thing that the Fox broadcast and whoever the fuck is hosting in Las Vegas. They already got an invite. This team does not deserve any sort of postseason. I will watch if they do actually make the postseason, but they don't deserve anything from how the fuck they ended the season. I'm gonna be honest with you. They don't even deserve any like recognition for it because outside of like Williams and Gary, and I question Williams' effort in the last game, there was nothing. The coaching staff seemed to just stop giving a shit. Like they just thought the season was over. Did they not realize that if they lose, they miss the tournament? How the fuck do you not notice that? When everyone's been telling you, winner goes in, loser goes out. You don't even care at all? Losing to a team that doesn't even score 50 points at your own house is terrible enough. But at least it's understandable. It's Michigan. Michigan promptly then the next game uh, beat Rutgers by two and then lost their last three games. I'd like to say we put a curse on them, but and yeah, they choked the Big Ten. Lol. And then losing to Minnesota by two. I was at Omaha. I was in Omaha watching a great Omaha Mavs actually win something that the state cannot figure out. No, a tournament. Not a tournament. They did win the tournament yesterday, but a conference title, regular season. Good job, boys. You did it. But to think that in a stretch where we played three mid-ranked teams, we came out 2-1, and we still did not manage to win. We have three ranked wins on our resume, three of them. Three of them, and all of them are in conference play. Four of them, we have an extra ranked win over Crane. We beat fucking Crane at the cost of apparently losing everything. But I guess you could figure out, like, okay, so some of these close losses early in the season, very strange. UTRGV within 20, they went 16 and 15. They were ninth place in their own conference, and yeah, I, I don't think it didn't go so well from Bethune Cookman. We only beat them by five. They're third in the SWAC, so yeah, pray that they win the whole thing. And I mean, they did have a great regular season end, like 5 game winning streak. Good job, boys. Anyway, it doesn't matter for shit. FDU, that game was really close. Fourth in the Northeast. Okay. I mean, 26 points is close, but whatever. St. Mary's, okay, that at least makes sense. They're 27 and 4 and first in the West Coast. Now they conveniently play a 9 seed. Good job, Pepperdine. I'm proud of you. I don't care. South Dakota. Both the men's and women's teams struggled against them, but at least South Dakota, they were fifth in the summit. Are you kidding me? You know, at least I'm gonna beat them. At least we beat up on North Florida. They were pretty much a shock. Why are they seventh in the Atlantic Sun and they already kicked out of the tournament? Are you kidding me? Okay. At least now, looking back on it, losing to Michigan State by 37 makes sense because they won the Big Ten. So, it's first v 16th. It makes sense, right? Right? Yeah, it doesn't. It doesn't make sense. Remember, kids, our leading scorer that night was bench player Andrew Morgan. Kill me. It's fine. It's fine. Oh yeah, barely beating up on Murray State in the Diamond Head Classic. That was seventh in the Missouri Valley Conference. At least they won a postseason game, unlike us. Hawaii, Hawaii. It was a Hawaii home game, so I just think we'll just move on from that. And then Oregon State. Oh right, they lost to Pepperdine in their own conference tournament in the first time asking. So Oregon State still has zero conference wins. No conference tourney wins in the West Coast Conference. Man, that just seems sus. But like we started out the season 12-2 against Iowa. We had like what? We had like a 20-ish point lead, 15-point lead against them. And then the downhill started, and then the upswing started, and then the downhill crashed. Like after winning 5 of 6, including 2 ranked wins, we felt like we were going to make the NCAA tournament. I felt like there would need to have been like one more push in order to make us there, considering we were only at 17 wins. Yeah, and then we lost the last 5 and we missed the Big Ten tournament. So, how do you do? How do you do? So now it is done. It is over. Bryce Williams and Juwan Gary, one of the best duos that Nebraska basketball has seen in a long time, rides off into the sunset with one NCAA tournament appearance, 0 NCAA tournament wins, and not much in between. This team won the Diamond Head Classic. The Diamond Head Classic. The Diamond Head Classic. I'm having a hard time spelling. Diamond Head Classic. It's certainly something when we come to that when we lose that game. The Nevada Wolfpack that won it last year at least made it to the NCAA tournament. The one that won it before that was Hawaii. They, I mean, they were decent. They were 22 and 11, so like that's something. But obviously, it was a pretty big upset. And then Vanderbilt. Why did they misspell that on Wikipedia? They made it to the NIT quarterfinals. Wow. A 19 and 17 record. So they had more wins than us, that's for sure. But that might have been. You get the point. 2019, Houston. Oh wow, they were ACC like regular season co-champions. It would have made the NCAA tournament if it wasn't for COVID. So sad. TCU NIT semifinals, but like a decent amount of wins. What was their ending season? Oh, 20 and 13. So they got to 20 wins. Awesome, right? And then USC. Like that was pretty pathetic, but they had like 22 wins. So yeah, they were second in their own conference. Wait, they were second in their own conference and they missed the tournament. How the fuck did they miss the? Okay, all right, that's oddly strange. That's yeah, very strange, very strange. But anyway, that's definitely different. And then San Diego State. I guess here's the one that comparing to 2016-2017 San Diego State. They went 9-9 in the Mountain West, 19 and 14 overall. So at least they went 500 in conference play. It was the Mountain West, but hey, what can you do? They had a pretty terrible uh like their star wins include San Diego Christian and Savannah State. But Savannah State was still in Division One, so it makes sense. And then bowing out in the Mountain West semifinals. So hey, they made their own conference tournament and actually did well, and were actually in a position to make it. Kind of. I mean, top four in Mountain West, not that great, but still, they made the NCAA tournament, and they weren't 16th in their conference. Probably because 16 teams don't even exist in most conferences. So yeah, this is by far the worst position that any Diamond Head Classic team has finished in quite some time. So here we are at the end of the season. This team does not need or deserve any sort of postseason action. I don't even need to watch the selection show on Sunday or whatever the fuck it is to understand that Nebraska is going to miss it. I swear to God. Like someone had it like in the like first or second next four out, Nebraska was in it. Above Wake Forest. Wake Forest has a double bye in the ACC tournament. We missed our own conference tournament. How are we above them? Beats me. I don't get it. This team deserved the hype up until it started to falter against easy opponents. It did. It did. It's faltered. It's bad. I don't get it. I hate it. I hate it. I don't want to talk about this anymore. This team is terrible. Well, if we do see them in the Fox, whatever the fuck tournament it is, I will just stop caring. Whatever. If we win it, cool. I don't know. Whatever edition it is, I don't care. This team had way more potential. I don't get it. We just let this team go. I deserved it. We didn't. I have some other thing. Yeah. All right. See.